anterior spinothalamic tract which we discuss. Hello friends, I am Sipadri Party. Now we going to discuss about anterior spinothalamic tract. So anterior spinothalamic tract is a which type of a tract? It is a ascending or descending? Yes, ascending tract. So it carries the sensory fiber. So it carries the sensory fibers just as a crude touch. So we discuss in the heading of the sensory pathway of a touch sensation, that is a crude touch sensation. So anterior spinothalamic means here you can know how it is a ascending tract or a sensory tract because it carry the fiber from spinal cord to thalamus. So these two terms replies that spino means spinal cord, thalamic means thalamus. So the nerve fiber which carries the crude touch from the spinal cord to thalamus is known as a anterior spinothalamic tract. So why it is called as a anterior? So anterior because it is a situation is present in the anterior white funiculus. So what is anterior white funiculus? From this diagram you can easily see that this is our the red color mark. The red color line is show the lateral spinothalamic tract, whereas the blue color lining is show anterior spinothalamic tract. So anterior spinothalamic tract because the tract is carried from the from this side. This part of the sensation was found from the posterior gray horn. This is posterior part, posterior to anterior. So here the pathway, here you can see this is posterior part and this is anterior part. So from anteriorly it is a pass. So it is known as so anterior white funiculus means it arises from the this part. This is white color, this part is the gray matter, this part is the white matter. So it is at anteriorly it pass. So it is so its name is named as anterior spinothalamic tract. Understand? Then origin, where it is arises? It is arise from the neuron of a second order, the neuron of chief sensory nucleus of a posterior gray horn. So this you can see from this part. This is first order is there here because the temperature or pain sensation from the any part of the limbs passing first into the this nucleus, then after that they these fibers enter to the posterior this part. This is the posterior gray horn. So that is this, so that we called as it is the second order because first order is arise from here, second order is here. Here the first order fibers join and another synapse will occur, then another fiber is go towards the anterior gray horn. So that's why it is called as a second order neuron. Understand? Then we then this fiber enter cross from the second. Here you can see this fiber cross obliquely in the anterior white commissure. So it is you can see easily here they cross obliquely enter to the anterior white, this part is white commissure. So then what happened? Enter to the white column of the opposite side. So this part is it is not in the same part because the fiber is if go in that way, then we call as this is the anterior means this is the pathway of a same side, but the fiber crosses and enter to the opposite side. That's why we call this pathway as a opposite way. So we call this fiber that it enter to the white column of the opposite side, then ascend through the segments of a different spinal cord and the brainstem such as medulla, pons and the midbrain. Here you see that they ascend and enter to the different segments of the spinal cord and then enter to the brain by different segment. Here you can see this is the medulla part, this is the you can see this is the pons part, then this is the our thalamus part. So in this way they arise and they go its course is on the opposite side of the origin and enter to the medulla, pons, cerebellum, thalamus. In that way they goes ascend upward or ascend, then enter to the thalamus here, then it enter to the thalamus. So while ascending through the brain stem, here the while ascending, some fibers goes and enter to the cerebellum and towards the midbrain. In that way they forms the reticular formation of the brainstem. So some fiber reduce in that way in the pathway because they going and forms collateral branches and they forms the reticular formation of the red brainstem. That's why some fibers get reduces. Then after that it synapse or it get synapse in the which part of the brain stem, that is in the thalamus. In the brain there is in the thalamus, this part they get this blue color we only discuss, red color we discuss before after because it is lateral spinothalamic tract. It has no role in the touch sensation, so we only discuss in this video about the touch sensation. That's why we do not discuss about red color fiber, that is our lateral spinothalamic tract. We only discuss about anterior spinothalamic tract. So what we study, that the anterior spinothalamic tract now get synapsed in the thalamus, where it is some five we discuss about that they reach to the thalamus, then enter to the thalamus. We discuss now the termination part. So how it is a terminate? So it is terminate in the ventral posterolateral nucleus of the thalamus. So ventral posterolateral nucleus of the thalamus means that in the thalamus there are many types of nucleus are present. So which nucleus it get inserted is known, this nucleus is known as ventral posterolateral nucleus. So ventral posterolateral nucleus of the thalamus. Then here it gets synapse and one fiber enter to the cortical region, that is our cerebral somastatic area of cerebral cortex. So somastatic area of the cerebral cortex, then they got reach. So that is the third order neuron, because we know this is the first order, then second order. After that it goes crosses and obliquely and pass in the anterior part of the white column, then enter to the thalamus. Here get a synapse and some fibers now get arise and enter to the somastatic area of the sensory area of the cortex. So this area is known as a somastatic area, and these fibers are third order neuron fibers. Now we discuss about the courses and the termination. So origin, course and the termination we discuss. Now we go towards the function. What is the function of this area? So this area carries the impulse of a crude touch, and so this area what it carries? It carries the impulse of a crude touch, and when there will be a lesion in the bilateral region will occur, then what happened? Bilateral means that what? That this part, if left side area fiber get here lesion will be occur, means some type of here left side if lesion, then right side fiber get damaged. Samely in the right side there is fiber also came and goes in that way upper. So another part I do not mention in this video, in this diagram, so you can understand that same fiber which is go in that way, another fiber also goes in that way. So when two side of the fiber get lesion, we called as a bilateral lesion. So what happened in the bilateral lesion? So bilateral lesion causes loss of a crude touch occur, and itching, tinkling like of a sensation also lost. So loss of a crude touch, itching, tinkling, all type of a senses, this type of a sensation are losses in the bilateral lesion. What is bilateral lesion? You can understand, because the lesion which is occur in the both side of the area, both side. Then unilateral means when only one side of the only one side get lesion, then what happen, there will be loss occur in the opposite side, loss of crude touch occur in the opposite side, because this fiber in the course it get cross. So one left side when lesion occur, right side will be damaged, or the right side crude touch sensation will not work properly. That's why we call this unilateral lesion. It causes loss of sensation in one side. So in this way we discuss about the sensory pathway of the what spinothalamic fibers. Now I hope say termination and the course, and what are the function. Crude touch is the main function, and when lesion occur, then what happened we discuss in the two case. Thank you.